John. Hey, OG, Bobby Johnson. Hey, throwbacks. I'm telling you, I got the throwbacks. I got the tunes. I got anything you want to listen to here at WICR. Remember, catch me on Mondays 1 to 2. You catch me on ustream.tv/WICR. Just type in WICR1. Catch us on Facebook at W-I-C-R. But I'm getting back to it. Now I got some news about Drake. You know Charlamagne the God. He's always on 105.1 gossiping, talking about people. But he say that Drake should stay away from strippers and stick to having sexual intercourse with bartenders and waitresses. Now, Charlamagne, you always have to joke about every single thing. You never be quiet. That's why Charlamagne has so much beef with all these artists out here, because he never know how to be quiet. So Charlamagne the God always likes to make his opinions known, and it is known that his fondness for Drake is thin. Now Drake, he always said Drake was a little girl. Don't talk about Drake like that. I like Drake. Recently, sitting down with Vlad TV, Charlamagne actually has some advice for the Toronto rapper and says he should stay away from the strippers because they are nothing but bad news. The only problem I have with the situation is Drake. You should not be messing with strippers, man. It's 2014. We used to be with strippers in the early 2000s. Bartenders and waitresses is where the good is nowadays. Okay, Charlamagne. So now he's saying to Drake, no more strippers. Strippers, no. No man should be with strippers. Bartenders and waitresses, that's who you get. The Breakfast Club co-host continued his reasoning by explaining that he believes strippers fabricate situations to become more famous, and thus their credibility is low. Don't listen to anything that come out them blank mouth, man. He said, I tell all them girls, man, sit down, eat this slice of pizza and be quiet. Don't listen to them, yo. Okay, Charlamagne, you're the one that probably still talk to strippers. Come on. Why you can't just never let people do what they want to do? If Drake feel the need that he should talk to a stripper, Drake, go ahead and talk to a stripper. Do what you want to do. Talk to anybody you want to talk to. Don't listen to Charlamagne. He always have a comment on anything. Charlamagne also thought it was unfair how famed stripper Kareem Superhead Steffens threw Method Man under the bus in her second book. Now, if you don't know who Superhead is, she was a stripper, messed with celebrities and stuff like that, and she made books. And the first book she made about her life, and she would talk about, all the people she been with, all the celebrities she been with, what she went through in her life, what's still going on in her life. So now she has a second book where I guess she threw Method Man under the bus, and Charlamagne has a problem with it. He believes that this was a move made in order to continue her fame and make more money. So that's the reason why she threw Method Man under the bus. I guess her second book is more about a specific person. So, okay, maybe we'll get more information about that. But Charlamagne, come on. Who cares, You're the only one that complains about stuff going on. Like, people probably read Superhead book and was just like, okay, all right. Nobody's gonna sit there and comment on it or whatever. If she did the book to get money, then let her rock and let her get her money. Shout out to you, Superhead. Now, Drake is reportedly under an official police investigation for using his people to threaten and intimidate Houston stripper Johnny Blaze after the two had sexual relations. The Houston Police Department has the person in the investigation listed as a possible celebrity. Neither Drake or anyone else is currently listed by name. So Drake is currently under investigation. He did something with the stripper. That's why Charlamagne is telling him, no, don't mess with the strippers. But hopefully Drake is not the victim. I hope not. But if you want any more information on if you want to see the interview with Drake and what's going on, you can catch it at Hip Hop DX. That's where I get all the news from. Now, it's not good news, but it's good news to me because I'm about to talk about Lloyd Banks, which everybody knows I love Lloyd Banks. Now, Lloyd Banks recalls being mad at the music following deaths of his father and best friend. So, Lloyd Banks, yes, he lost his father, he lost his best friend, which he's not really recovering from pretty well. Now he speaks on the frustrations with the music industry, says that there are a lot more political relationships. During an exclusive interview with XXL magazine, G-Unit rapper Lloyd Banks recalled the moment he realized the music he fell in love with was changing. The rapper revealed that at one point he had to take his mind off the music industry completely. According to Banks, who says he ultimately grew frustrated with the music industry, there are a lot more political relationships in the business. He also added that rather than relying solely on releasing good music, artists today have to follow a step-by-step process in order to receive praise. He said, nah, my mind wasn't on the music business for a point. I always make music so I can't be like I was zoned out because I never got out the zone. So basically, he's just like, at some points he got frustrated and he got to the point where it was like, nah, like I can't really, I gotta take a step back from the music, but I'm not gonna stop. So maybe going to the studio might be 2 times a week instead of every day. So he just had to take breaks instead of really just, he had to focus on music and other things that was going on in his life. But he would put what's going on in his life first before he would do music. He said it was more about the game. So I just realized after a while and then watching the comments that music is changing. This is not what made me fall in love with music. So if I'm watching all the pieces that made me fall in love with it not be relevant anymore, like it don't matter what's being said, but it matters who did the beat. Status or anything like that, I didn't fall in love with that. So now he's like, going through what I went through with my father passing and my best friend passing, I make music that, basically represents them. That when I make my songs, people feel it. Now that I listen to songs, I be like, what is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so because of the deaths that he went through, he decided like the music that I make, it's people gonna feel what I'm feeling, not all this anaconda, all this other type of music where you be like, this I can't relate to this. So that's what he want. He make music that people could relate to, and that's what he used to. But now during 2014 and even 2014, the songs just kept getting worse and worse. That's just what I feel. And he said there's a lot more political relationships as opposed to just saying, I like this person, he's dope. That frustrated me. It frustrated me that if I don't do step by step what they want me to do, then I don't get the praise. Does that also mean that the people that get the praise don't actually deserve it? How do you gauge that? If you're an artist that's successful, like look at Kendrick Lamar. He dropped a body of work and it was so good that people live with that until the next one. They don't need a bunch in between stuff. So basically, he's saying that the music he don't get a praise for it, but people could do songs and then do step by step processes for that song, so that they come out with a song, promote the song, do videos for the song, do this. But if Banks was just to come out with a song, it'd be like with a video. You get what I'm saying? So basically he's saying like he don't get praise for the stuff that he do, but everybody else do, and he got music that has so much potential out there that touches people, that people can relate to, and he going against music that's just like, oh, what's this? And instead of him getting the praise, these other people getting praise that's not doing as much work as he doing. So that's his whole argument about it. Now, Banks later recalled being so engulfed in making music that he eventually became mad at the music due to what he missed out on. He says he wasn't there when his best friend passed away or when the body of his father was found. He said, I had to deal with all of this in the media. I lost my grandmother, I lost my father, I lost my best friend. I grew up with it. I grew up in this. My whole 20s was sacrificed to my friends, family, and hip hop. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have no kids. I was completely locked in on it so much that it made me mad at the music. It made me mad that I put so much into this that I missed so much. I wasn't there when my best friend got killed. I wasn't there when my father was found. It makes you kind of resent the same thing that you love. So my fans are going, where you at? But I hated it. I love to make music, but I hate what it did to me and what it did to my friends. So I fell back from it. So basically, it's just the music. The music affected him. Some music affected him and stuff. He wasn't really. He said like the music, him focusing just on music affected him not being there for his family, and he want to change that. He want to be able to be there for family, friends, and do music at the same time, and which he couldn't really do, or whatever. So the Queens New York lyricist also recorded reuniting with G Unit earlier this year, as you guys know, and look out for their mixtape that dropped. Yes, they have great music. It feels good to have them back together because they did split, but now it feels very good to have them back together. He says the process of reuniting took a few months once it was initiated, and shared that the reunion happened collectively. It kind of happened collectively. Like me and Yayo were talking, then I eventually ended up reaching out to 50, went to go see him and just get things out the way. I spoke to Buck before I spoke to 50, but Buck gave me 50's number. It was kind of like everybody felt it was time, so we all ended up talking to each other. We crossed pathways. Before you know it, we were all in one room. But it wasn't like it took one person to get everybody together. We all felt we had something that we needed to make right with each other, which was G Unit. So check out their latest songs. Yes, they check out their mixtape. They have great songs coming out, making great music. It feels good to have them together. But I'm about to play Remy Ma, Conceited, and Welcome Home, Remy.
Yeah, yeah, come on, I'm conceited. I got a reason.